Hello again, I'm Paul. Today we're at Sherwood Forest and we're going to do a bit of a hike and a day camp. I'm going to throw up a tarp, I'm going to cook a little bit of food on the Firebox stove. I'm going to do a bit of a review of the knife that I use, which is the Esee 4, and hopefully we're going to have a good day. I don't know if you can see, but it is tripping it down with rain, so hopefully I don't get too wet. We're now at the major oak, which is in the background over there. Legend has it that's where Robin Hood hid out from the Sheriff of Nottingham with his band of outlaws. So we'll go over and have a look at that. Alright, there's the major oak. Fabulous tree. It's getting on a bit now though, so it's got a few supports holding up its limbs. I think as you get older, we all need some support to hold up our limbs. I think it's about 1,000 years old. You can see the gap there where you can actually, well, you're not allowed to, but it is possible to climb inside the tree. Allegedly that's where Robin and his merry men hid out. There we go, the major oak. Estimated weighs 23 tons. It's been here for 1150 years. There's a little bit about Robin Hood. When was that? 1225 it reckons. So we're going back a bit there. I never knew that. The original tree was called the cockpen tree. Used to be a pen for fighting cocks during the 18th century. History lesson as well. Right, let's move on. Well, it doesn't look like the rain's going to let up either. It looks like there's a spot over there. I might be able to go over and get my tarp up. We're going to have a look. Right, found a nice little spot. It's not full of overgrown bracken and stuff. Well away from the path. I'm going to get my tarp set up now and get myself sat down. There we go. Right, the tarp I'm using today is the Alpkit 3.5 rig. This isn't the original sack it came in, I just put it in a carry more dry bag. It does compress down smaller if I need it to, but it weighs 400 grams, can't remember exactly. So I'll get that rigged up and show you what it looks like. Right, the tarp's not set up brilliant, but it's throwing it down with rain, so I needed to get it up quickly. When the rain's slowed down a little bit, I'll show you a little bit more around it. This is my view from underneath the tarp. Alright, there's plenty of dead wood on the ground, but it's going to be wet through. There's some dead standing. Plenty of birch lying around, so I should be able to get a fire going pretty easily. There's the tarp up with a bit of a ground sheet underneath. So I'm going to collect a bit of wood now, saw some up, get it ready for the stove. Still got wheels already in it. It's a little bit funky, but it'll be fine. There's a knife, got Esee. Had this about 9 months now. Awesome bit of kit, really like it. Although it's throwing it down, all this wood inside's bone dry. So I'm going to throw it on the grass, or leaves. Right, I suppose now's a good time to talk about the knife. The knife is the Esee number 4. I've had this knife 9 months, 12 months, something like that. I've given it plenty of hammer, and it's still, all I've had to do to maintain it is to strop it, and I clean the micarta scales every now and again with soapy water. It's a full tang blade, comes with liners, it's Kydex sheath. The knife weighs on its own, I think it's about 7.5 ounces or 210 grams. With the sheath it's 280 grams. And the overall length from tip to toe is 9 inches, and the blade length is just a shade over 4 inches long. One of the main reasons I got this knife was the guarantee that comes with it. I read all the reviews before I bought a knife. It has a full lifetime guarantee. It's unconditional, so it doesn't matter what you do with it. Even if you deliberately misuse the knife and it breaks, send it back to Esee and they will refund your money for you, which I think is brilliant, to be honest. Yeah, I really like it. It's a flat grind, and it has a 40-degree micro bevel. I also like that because I'm not the world's best knife sharpener, so I use the croc sticks. It's a bit like a Spyderco sharp maker, and I've got one of the mini croc sticks that I use within the field as well, so it makes it really easy to maintain an edge for me with all my knives. So that's why I tend to get away from the Scandies now. Yeah, it does pretty much everything I asked for. You can beat it up, and you know, it's still going strong. So that's the knife. Right, there's the stove I'm going to be using today, the Firebox Nano. It's a wood stove, but you can also fit a Trangia stove in it. It's really lightweight. It's not like a raging fire or anything like that, but it's good enough to cook on for a solo person. Basically it folds out and then it stands up like so. And if you can see that, there's the stove. But it's really coming down now, the rain. So I'm going to prepare some fat wood and get the stove lit. We're going. Let's get the birch bark going now. I'll transfer that into the stove. Get some more birch bark going with that. Some of these smaller twigs. Bloody rain. I'll start feeding it some more of these smaller sticks. Just to protect the ground a little bit, just going to put the stove on top of that. Makes it a little bit more level then. Yeah, we seem to be going great now. Now the fire's going. Start to think about getting a bit of lunch. Over there. See what we've got today. We're going to have a couple of these sausages. We're going to have pasta, bolognese. £500ml for the pasta. Oh, especially a little bit there. And we'll have another bit for my cup of coffee. Put the lid on. That's going straight guns now. See if we can get that on there and balanced. The stove lets you feed fuel through the sides, so you can cook your sticks quite long, and then as they burn down you just shove them through the holes in the side. Have a look. Sounds like it's boiling. Oh yeah. lunch. Leave that in the bag now for 15 minutes while the sausage is cooked. A bit of a move about in the cosy. Stand it up over here and then it'll cook by itself. Right, it's time to get some sausages on. Sausage time. Turn up. The rain's not stopped all day. Getting ready for these sausages. Sausages done. So we'll check on the pasta. See how that's doing. Awesome. I think that's done as well. Got about 10-15 minutes in there. So we'll get it served up. Stick it on the plate. Hot. There's meat in it as well. Very good. I've plenty of rubbish to take with me. And a couple of sausages placed on top. There we are. Spaghetti bolognese with sausages. That's good. These are far cheaper than those mountain house meals. You pay about £5 each for those. These are a quid from Home Bargains, something like that. Just make one of those cosies and it cooks it for you. Right, I'm all fed now. Now I'm going to pack the stuff away, clear up the rubbish, and head back home. Enjoyed that. Alright, I'm all packed away. Go bag for my rubbish. Gonna pop for the road. The big old oak again. Right, I'm back at the car park. Guess what? Stopped bloody raining. Going home now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.